Javelin anti-tank missiles. The Ukrainians don't have enough tanks to match the Russian armored force. They have to narrow the gap by using American Javelin anti-tank missiles. The Javelin is fire and forget. That means users do not have to optically track the missile as it flies to its target. There is no additional feedback required after launch. Just align the infrared sensor with an enemy tank and the Javelin delivers the goods. This is a huge advantage because soldiers can fire the Javelin and then move to another covered and concealed position to avoid enemy counter-fire. Then they can fire another missile. The Javelin can be used day or night and in bad weather. The missile can be fired straight at a target, or it flies up at an angle and then shoots down to hit the top of the turret, usually a tank's weak spot. The Vilka M multiple launch rocket system. The Vilka M is a relatively new Ukrainian multiple launch rocket system. This is a good way to saturate a target. Say the Russians have a radar station and command and control center surrounded by tanks and various armored vehicles plus troops in the open. This is an ideal situation for the Vilka M. A salvo from this multiple launch rocket system would be particularly lethal. There are 12 launcher tubes mounted on a truck chassis. Each 300mm Vilka rocket is 1,763 pounds. Its range is 80 miles. The system can fire 12 missiles in 45 seconds. We told you before about the top 5 weapons the Russians could use against Ukraine. Now let's examine the top 5 arms systems the Ukrainians could employ against Russia. Just to be clear and keep this list organized, these are ground systems for land warfare, not for aerial combat. With that said, there is an assortment of Ukrainian tanks, anti-tank missiles, artillery, and multiple launch rocket systems. T-64BV Mod 2017 tank. Which Ukrainian tank is the best? This is open to debate. We have profiled the modern T-84U outplot based on the Russian T-80 platform. This is a good tank, but is not made in sufficient numbers by Ukraine to make a significant difference on the battlefield. Next up would be the T-64BV Mod 2017. The T-64BV is an updated variant of the T-64. The T-64BV started out as the T-64BM Bulat. The Bulat had explosive reactive armor, a better gun, a night sight, and a smoothbore 125mm gun with an autoloader. Then the Ukrainians went with the T-64BV Mod 2017. This tank has superior night sights, navigation that could be conducted by satellite, and enhanced reactive armor. It can also fire a T-11 sniper anti-tank guided missiles. Ukraine has about 210 T-64BV Mod 2017s. The Stugna P anti-tank missile system. The Stugna P is a homegrown Ukrainian anti-tank guided missile system that costs much less than the Javelin. The guidance system is semi-automatic and laser-guided with an armor penetration of 800mm. This 130mm missile can be deadly against a motionless or moving tank with modern explosive reactive armor. The missile has a tandem-shaped charge warhead. The range is up to 3.1 miles and can be fired during day and night. The Stugna P has an advantage of being able to target low-flying helicopters. Bodana-wheeled self-propelled howitzer. The 2S-22 Bodana self-propelled howitzer is a curiosity. Instead of tracks, it has 6 wheels. The gun is mounted on a diesel-powered 6x6 truck chassis that weighs 56,000 pounds. The truck can travel up to 745 miles. The howitzer can fire 4 to 8 rounds per minute and has a range of 25 miles. The Bodana has the latest artillery fire control system with computer displays in the armored cab and in the rear of the truck.